Welcome back to another Not Technique Tuesday, the exercise video series that we originally named Technique Tuesday. Thought it was stupid, didn't know what to name it, so we went with Not Technique Tuesday. And today, the final video in a 4-video series on squats. Today we're going to show you how to squat if you're having back pain and how to fix that back pain. And what I want to say is really important. If you have back pain that's not related to squatting, if you just have chronic back pain or you have an injury or something, this isn't going to fix that back pain. This is if you are squatting and squatting brings out, exacerbates, perpetuates back pain. We're going to show you a lot of the common mistakes, 3 common mistakes people make, and how to make sure you're not making them so your back is strong and safe and healthy and your squat gets better and you get stronger, more defined, da 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 da. But again, this is not going to fix back pain that is related to an injury or something of the sort. Really quick, also, the past 3 weeks, we've done other videos on how, and by we, I mean myself, and then behind the camera is Anthony, the fucking man, A-Fam. You can follow him here on Instagram, A-Fam. We did a video on how to get deeper in the squat if you're having trouble getting deep enough, how to squat if you have knee pain, how to squat if you have shoulder pain, and now we're doing how to squat if you have back pain and how to fix it. So, we'll put the how to get deeper in the squat right here if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that. Hit the subscribe button, the bell if you want to be notified. Comment, we're giving away a lot of free shirts, tank tops, free months in my inner circle, Unicorn Magic Coffee for people who comment and subscribe. Either way, let's get into the video now. Okay, so number 1, the most common mistake that I see for people who are having back pain in the squat, I shouldn't say it's the most common, I should say it's very common, is having the bar too high up on your shoulders or your neck. And really, if you're noticing that the bar is like hurting your spine, like it's on actual like spine and you're getting bruised on your spine and the bar's too high up, it's too high. You gotta bring it down. And I know when you first start this, it hurts, right? Like especially when it's down closer on your traps, it might be uncomfortable, but within a couple of weeks or a month, your body will get used to it and it's okay. And it's safer to have it on the shelf of your traps and your shoulders rather than up on your spine and your neck, because needless to say, you don't want a steel bar and a lot of weight going down directly on your spine. Not the safest. So bringing the bar down a little bit lower. Now, related to this, if you look at the bar here, we have the pad. Now, I have nothing against the pad from the perspective of if you don't want to get marks on you and it hurts and whatever, like I get that and I respect it. But the issue with the pad is that, I'll show you. See, when you're using the pad, it allows you to get too high up on your neck because now it's not uncomfortable to have it on your spine because you're padded. The issue is now when you squat down, because the bar is too high up, you start to pitch forward. It literally rolls forward and now your hips shoot up and now you're doing a good morning and you put way more stress on your lower back. So the pad isn't an issue, but if you want to use it, just make sure that you're getting it a little bit lower on your back and your elbows are pointing back at a 45-degree angle. If you stand up straight and tall just like this and your elbows are straight down and the bar's falling off, no good. What you want to do is get the bar a little bit lower, elbows pointed about 35, 45 degrees back, and now the bar is resting on your traps, not on your spine, and this is okay. I will say though, to be honest, I'm just not a fan of the pad in general. I don't think it's no one's weak or a wuss if they do use it, but I think it's too easy to put it too high up, which will then cause you to pitch forward and use your lower back excessively. I'd rather you take it off and get the bar a little bit lower on your back, just like this, not here, and you don't need to get it down low here either, somewhere right in the middle. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, stand up, and now this is a much safer position. Anthony, if you look from the side again, now when I squat, I'm gonna go straight down. Look at the bar path. Actually, Anthony, you might be able to draw a line when we edit this video, but I come straight down and straight up, and the bar stays in one line. Straight down, straight up. But if I roll it up here, and the bar's rolling forward, you see how the bar comes forward and it's no longer a straight line? That's when you get back pain. So keeping it a little bit lower and making sure that it's not too high up on your neck is gonna help prevent you from hurting your lower back. Now, the second way that people hurt their back when they squat, it's very interesting because I haven't seen too many people cover this, and it's so common and so important to understand. What a lot of people will do is when they squat, their first move is here, and because a lot of people cue butt back, their first move is this. I'm gonna show you again. Their first move when they hear butt back, boom, and then they drop. And if you can see, look at my lower back, it's overarched, it's hyperextended. And if you can imagine a stick, right? Let's say you have a stick or a twig, and the twig is bent like this, and then you put weight on it from top and bottom, so bent like this, right? And then you put weight on it, it's very easy to crush. You don't want your spine to be in a position where it's like this, because that's gonna be more easy to put a lot of stress right here. What you want is your spine nice and sturdy in one line. So instead of coming like this and then trying to squat down, you want your hips and knees to break at the same time. So again, not this, this. And it's a really important distinction. A lot of people mistake what's called lumbar hyperextension for hip flexion. So when you start, you can film yourself. You can put up a phone, have someone film you, prop it up against a dumbbell. If you notice that your first move is here, no good. You're gonna hurt your back. It's not gonna be a good squat. Your first move should be hips back and down, not butt out. And so basically, if you're doing Kim Kardashian, if you're doing like, and then going down, no good. You want abs tight, ribs down, squat down. And this actually pertains a lot to the breathing technique that I gave in an earlier video. I think that was the knee pain video where I spoke about breathing, or it was actually the getting low enough video. If you're not able to get low enough in the squat, when they breathe, a lot of times what they'll do is they do that. They extend at the lower back and they try and go down. You want to breathe through your belly, then your chest, and keep it in one line rather than hyperextending. And I jumped the gun because now the third one is the breathing, so I'm going to break it down for you a little bit more clearly. If you're breathing incorrectly, if you're breathing in through your chest, your first move is to hyperextend. That's a no-no, obviously. But basically, I'll explain how to do it. So instead of breathing in, filling your chest up, if you want to fill your belly up first. And what that looks like is your nose first, fill your belly. Then your mouth, fill your chest. You have a full canister now, right? Big breath, squeeze. Then you squat. If you fill up the top half first, here's a way to think about it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use Anthony's water bottle. Stay right here. Boom. This is perfect. We have a water bottle, right? Let's say you have, this is completely empty, right? It's not because there's a little bit of water in it, but completely empty, you can crinkle it. Boom. You fill it halfway up, you'll still can crinkle it, but it's harder to deform. You fill it all the way up, very hard to deform. Very, very difficult. Think of from your bottom of your belly, the bottom of your diaphragm, all the way up to here, the same way as this. If you fill up the top half only with water and the bottom half is empty, you can deform it. You can crinkle it. And that's exactly what happens when you breathe in and you fill up your chest, but not your diaphragm. You can still crinkle it. This bottom half, your back, isn't safe. So you want to fill up this first. You want to fill up here, fill that up, then fill that up. Now you have a full bottle of water, figuratively speaking, that you can now squat safely without hurting your back. So here, not filling up the top half, you want to fill up the bottom half, squat, and keeping a good position from your hip all the way through your lower back. So you're not doing this, you're keeping your hips back and your torso in one line. Another cue that I like to use is you don't want your ribs to be flared. If you notice, like try and think of your nipples as headlights, right? If your nipples are pointing up at the ceiling, the headlights are pointed up, no good. Your nipples should be pointed out straight in front of you, boom, the whole time. If your headlights are all over the place, you either got a nipple problem or you got a squat problem, and either one, you don't want that problem. I hope this helped. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are giving away gifts, free prizes, free month in my inner circle, t-shirts, tank tops, Unicorn Magic coffee to people who subscribe and comment. If you don't like the content, you can unsubscribe, call me a muggle. I won't be offended, totally fine. And other than that, make sure you go see the other squat videos, peruse the YouTube channel, tons of other videos as well. And just let you know, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. If you have any questions, if you want me to make a video answering your question, leave it in the comments. Talk to you soon.